Greetings of love, everyone. We hope all is well with you. And welcome back to the I Am Octave with husband and wife duo, Pablo and Stacy, aka Mikala and Chris, for this new segment that we decided to entitle Afterthoughts with me, medium Mikala Martin, aka Stacy. This will be a new segment that we're starting today. It'll be giving you guys more insight to the teachings of my husband and myself. After we do them, we'll go through them, and I'll do the afterthoughts of things that we didn't want to mention or didn't need to mention at the time that we now feel is relevant for you, if that makes sense. So therefore you can have a more expansive teaching and only take notes on what resonates with you and leave the rest. On this April 18th, 2026. So let's get started. On the first teaching that my husband did, a lot of you will be going, what other expansive knowledge can you give us about our I am presence within? And your I am presence, your God Goddess power, is a whole universe within you. There's a whole universe inside the vessel of the body. What you command it to do from your thoughts, it does. It manifests outward to the physical body. So if you say, I'm in pain, or I'm hurting, or I'm XYZ, you will receive that. This is why Yeshua always says, be mindful of one's thoughts, words, and deeds. That is how powerful you are, with the whole universe running inside of you. As you are the universe itself. If that makes sense, loves. So being that you are the whole universe itself, masquerading as your human form and your physical embodiment form, society and the negative energies wanted to dumb you down, to numb your power, and to downgrade you, and to make you think you were powerless instead of powerful. And powerful means you're full of power. That is, I am. You are anything but powerless. You have more power as a divine sovereign being, as the universe is inside of you and around you at this time. Simultaneously, if that makes sense. So when my husband was talking about Brother Moses talking to the burning bush, Brother Moses was actually using his psychic gifts and abilities to connect to his I am God power within his claircognizance or clairaudience, inner hearing, and inner knowing, thereby manifesting it outward to the creative consciousness that was your burning bush. This is why he was able to hear, I am, because I am is within. The whole universe exists within you. You just have to know how to operate it in the right way with divine love, truth, and oneness for the greater good of oneself and humanity. In the last teaching that we just completed, or I just completed in my Stacy form, we were talking about how everyone is perfect on a deep soul level. It is your perceptions and projections and your filters that perceive otherwise. Some of you may be saying, but Stacy, if we're perfect on the soul level, how can we make mistakes? How can we, as a soul, choose to manifest something that is not love? How come some things have been granted to us that we have not chosen? I got news for you. Students of the I Am Octave, this is going to blow your mind, as I say. You did choose your own expressions and experiences. The people that come into your life, whether it be parents, grandparents, acquaintances, friends, colleagues, whoever it may be, and the experiences that you are dealt. You are handed these experiences because you yourself, in your true self, your God Goddess power, that you know is your higher self, that is always a part of God, Goddess within, is always connected to Source, chose out of your choice of infinite freedom and divine free will to grow and evolve, to learn. You've heard it said where Earth is nothing more than a classroom. It is a school for you to grow and evolve and experience and express what you choose to manifest and therefore create. As Yeshua himself said, nothing is done to you but rather for you, for your growth and enlightenment and your strength as a soul, as a divine sovereign being, creating and ever expanding your I am consciousness or source consciousness or your I am connection, as my beloved Pablo called it. That is the power within you. Some of you might be asking, yeah, but Stacy, Mikala, how do some souls choose to do harm to others when harming others is not good? And no, it is not. How come God can allow this to happen to some? And this is because the soul chooses, before incarnating into the body, it chooses to be a catalyst or a wake-up call for change. It chooses as a life lesson to go through for itself and others. It may be due to a traumatic past life that it has had and has refused to cut the cords or ties from that past incarnation that you may have carried over. There are many factors involving this. Some of you might be asking, but how can God allow these negative events to occur? This shows the divine free will of mankind as a collective creative consciousness in your fear duality. There are two polarities. There's light and dark, good and evil. If anyone tells you there is no evil, think again. What is happening with the souls upon the earth that takes another life away from the earth? They get it back to them times 1,000 in some way when the time comes. and thereby creating negative karma. But this time in your duality, it is time to create your positive karma instead of more of your negative karma. Because yes, karma is a real thing. As Yeshua himself said, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Be as you are created to be. Love. Infinite, unconditional love. Man's perception of duality is what twists your societal structures and beliefs. And the help of your dark ones do this as well. As the dark ones fail and the light arise, do not fear, do not fear, do not fear. This is what we, as a husband and wife couple, are showing you, embodying to you, and teaching all of you. And the remembrance of your God. God is power within. Souls that have departed the physical vessel of the body at a young time choose to do so out of their own divine free will. Out of their free will to be a catalyst for change. And some of them choose to return in a later form. And some are completely caught off guard by this. But as a soul, you understand your power and divine right. Your power is how you perceive things to be, good or evil, light and dark. It is your perception. It is your filter. It is the power of your consciousness. It is what my husband calls the domino effect. If you perceive from fear, the domino effect or the ripple effect will create ripples in your ethers to manifest to your collective consciousness, as all play a key part in your collective consciousness, creating divine love at this time. If that makes sense, loves. So therefore, all souls have infinite free will choice. There is always a good polarity and bad polarity. Light versus dark. The dark polarity is there to create contrast, to show you what not to do or to be, to bring out more love in you, the light in you, so that you can transcend what is no longer serving you as a creative consciousness. As we have talked about, you have the whole universe inside of you. The whole universe gives you what you as a soul have asked for. In your field of awareness, either by verbal or in your head. All is part of the universe. If that makes sense, loves. That is your power. So if you think a negative thought or perception or belief, you will receive that. And some things happen to brothers and sisters that are, put it this way, we will say, not the hand of love, but the hand of demonic energies and or parasitical interference. As your systems collapse, in your justice systems, your health systems, and all your other systems, in your school systems, everything will be tested. It is a test of your willpower and your divine sovereignty. Therefore, we ask you, what can you do to raise your vibration frequency in divine love and unity and oneness, and not engage in fear? Do not give power to fear. Give power over to that which is I am, the octave of love within you. The souls that have chosen to incarnate now on your planet, do so for the first time, perhaps, as we will say energy navigators. These are known as your indigo children, who have never, the majority of them have never incarnated on this planet before because it is too dense and too down and too negative for them. They can't handle the frequency. But now that love is starting to take over, more and more beautiful life is being created to help assist this planet at this time. But the light warriors and star seeds are needed everywhere at this time, energetically and physically. When duty calls, you shall run, as we often say. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. The teacher is I am, living, breathing, doing, perceiving as you. Your God, Goddess power, the Godhead, knows everything. That is divine love. That is source. That is your creator. It knows everything. It is aware of all things. As you are parading as its physical embodiment upon this planet, you are a fractal of this love energy. If that makes sense, loves. You are not separate from this energy, but rather one with this energy. That is unconditional love. God does not judge. God only observes. And when you become the observer of perceptions and duality and fear, you no longer build up attachment to it. You should simply say, it is what it is. And see it from the Christ perspective. And allow things to unfold as they are meant to, as a teaching learning lesson for all who come in contact with it. But you choose, as a divine sovereign being with free will, what to focus your attention onto. That is how powerful you are, brothers and sisters of the collective. Owning your power, standing in your power, is key at this time. These intense energies are meant to assist your beautiful Mother Tara and her inhabitants clear all negative, toxic, demonic energies off of her once and for all, so that we all may live in love and harmony with one another, as it were, before Atlantean times, before Atlantis fell. If that makes sense, loves. This is what is being raised, Christ consciousness. The consciousness of Father, Mother, God, Creator. It is not one soul, but all souls that need to awaken and arise through their Christ power. Every being in the Ananda family are Christ. But are we special than you? No. Are we better than you? No. Are we equal to you? Yes. We are your teachers, but as you are our teachers as well. Love always teaches love. If that makes sense, loves. What you see in us, we see in all of you. The perceptions of man, of fear, third density duality, chaos, killing, evil, revenge, is as Yeshua would put it, scare tactic, manipulated by the darkness to get you on their side. This is why we say, do not fear, do not fear. But go within, go within, go within. In times of meditation and prayer and stillness. As you shall remember, there's a whole universe living inside of you. Always going, always doing. Always expanding its consciousness. And thereby learning through you. As you are the vessel that contains the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is you, Father, Mother, God, in your physical embodiment. If that makes sense, loves. As more will arise, more Christ's power shall enter in the beautiful Mother Tara at this time. Some chaotic events will happen to mirror to you what needs to be reflected that is happening within you to be transcended and transmuted, cleansed and cleared in the violet fire of I Am. This, beloved, is why we have decided to do these teachings from our true self point of view or perspective, without the ego and the filter and the perceptions of duality, because love is all there is. I am experiencing a version of itself and brothers and sisters equally. It is your choice to be in fear or love, to let darkness overtake you or love overtake you. It is your pick. Free will, it's not just a gift, but it is simply earned by the good that you do with yourself and the collective. Go within, go within, go within in your times of meditation and prayer and stillness. Reconnect or recognize or remember your I Am presence within, as it is not apart from you, but rather one with you, as all are one. As Yeshua himself said, all beings of perfect divine creation are one. It is but by the lens that which one sees forth from that creates duality, fear, condemnation, depression, suppression, and separation. What lens are you going to see out of? Love or fear? You can not control others, but you can control yourself and one's own perception. Be it as an example to others. Just as Yeshua, my husband and myself, and the rest of our Nana family are examples to you of love. Because, as we have often said, your greatest teacher is that of I Am, that is unconditional love. that loves you regardless of one's perception. It is you that judges yourself, for God doesn't judge. God only loves, as that is what you are, love. Infinite and eternal, unconditional love. So hopefully this little segment entitled Afterthoughts with me, medium Mikala Martin, or Stacy Martin, helped you in some way. And if you want to share us with open-minded and open-hearted brothers and sisters, you may do that as well, with only love and truth given. Do not share us with closed-minded, negative brothers and sisters. Only those that are ready and willing to receive truth. And remember, we are as you are, your brothers and sisters of light divine. As all is equal, all is one. There is no separation. Stand in your God-Goddess power. Own it, claim it, be it, perceive it. From your unjudgmental self. We send you our peace, light, and love. Upon your planet at this time. We are as you are. And so it is.